Lesson 1 is the introduction to the programming unit. We'll discuss our essential question of what is a programming language. The students will create a KWL chart using a web browser. They'll click on this link and it will bring them to a KWL creator. On this website, they're able to put their name and put their topic. So I'll give you an example. And then it brings them to this KWL creator. So it starts them right off at the What I Know section. These you're able to print these KWL charts. You're able to save them as a PDF, and you're also able to save them as a RWT, which allows the student to be able to open this back up and have access to it again the next time they visit this website. So it's a really nice site. After they're done with their KWL, and we'll be kind of discussing that as a whole group, then as a whole group we'll watch this coding video, and this link will bring us to that video, and I'll have that projected up on our smartboard, but it's available there in case the students want to watch it again from home, or if a student was absent and they need to pick up where we were the day before. Then they'll go back to their KWL chart and fill out what they want to learn about programming now that they know a little bit more about what programming is. And this is where they will save their KWL specifically to be opened at another time, and they will save that to their Network My Documents drive. And then as a whole class, we'll brainstorm ways that programming can be used for us as a fourth grade class, or how they can utilize it in their own life, and how it's used in the real world. Lesson 2, our essential question, where is programming language used? And I have another video link here. The students will watch this video as a whole class, and then I'll prompt them with the question, what can you think of that uses programming language? They will turn and share with their neighbors their responses to that question, and then we'll provide some opportunity to share out loud. We will collect some of those responses and put them on chart paper, and then students will have access to this chart paper. It'll be on the classroom wall throughout this unit, and students can add to this list whenever they come across something, whether it be in class or when they were at home using the internet, that they came across, or a program, and that they came across something that was using the programming language. Then they're going to start programming. So here I've added some links to 2 different opportunities for them to try some block coding, and I added this. The first one here is a more simplified version. It allows those students who may not feel very comfortable right now and maybe a little scared about coding. It allows them a more simplified version, and then I have a little bit more advanced version, which is going to be more similar to the type of coding we will be doing. So they can just click on these links. So I'll show you the simplified version here, and they get brought to the code.org website, and there's directions with these puzzles, and essentially they just are learning how, when things match up, and the essence of linking things together. And it continues and slowly progresses to become a little bit more challenging. We have the little bit more advanced version, which I said is going to be more like what we are doing with our programming language assignments. So here they have to read what this Angry Bird is saying to them, and then drag the blocks over and connect them. And then they can click run to see what happens. So it was kind of a nice piece to add a little differentiated learning for someone who may not be as comfortable with this programming language right away. At the end of class, to wrap it up, we'll turn and share at least one thing that they learned about programming, and then they'll take their KWL charts that they started on lesson 1 and continue to add what they have learned about block coding and the programming language on their KWL chart. This lesson, they'll be expected to save a digital copy to edit later, so same way they did in lesson 1, and then print a copy to turn into me. I will be kind of doing an informal assessment with those KWL charts just to see if my students are starting to pick up the concept and realize what programming language is and how it plays effect with computers. So lesson 3, students learn what tools are offered in the Scratch environment and how to use them. So it tells the student what they're going to be doing. We have an essential question. How will you use knowledge from previous software experiences to apply them to the Scratch environment? And then I have listed in order what the students need to do. So first they'll open up their Scratch program to have their monitor on and available as we go through the Scratch environment together. So I'll have it up on my smartboard, as well as the students will be able to view it in front of them. Vocabulary words that we will be going over. Some words will be brand new to the students and others will be familiar to them. And then I have a informal Scratch environment assessment that I created, and I also provided opportunity for the students to review what we talked about in class. So if they click on this link, it brings them to a video that I had created.
This is Mrs. Hersey,
to
and
review.
I'm super excited to tell you.
This assessment is more of a student personal assessment. They can see how they've done on their own, and it brings them back to videos that will allow them to review. If they got an incorrect answer, it will bring them to an area to review that part of the lesson. In fact, I'll show you that.
Now it's time to show me what you know. Bigger or smaller?
So it's asking me to click on the item that's bigger or smaller, so that's the grow and shrink. So I'm going to go on to question 3.
Where would you go if you want to add a sprite to your program?
Choose an incorrect answer.
How to use the delete tool. The delete tool is located at the top next to the shrink and grow tools. It is in the shape of a scissor.
And so ideally it will tell the student that that tool is not correct. In fact, that is actually the delete tool, and this is what it does. Lesson 4. Today they'll learn to add movement and sound using the Scratch program. So it tells the student what they're going to learn for the day. It has a video tutorial that I have created.
This is Mrs. Hersey, and today I am going to
go over this will be
using Scratch and how to and sound.
This will actually be the lesson that they will have for the day. I won't stand up in front of the class. They'll actually watch the video instead. And I have underneath here that to let them know that there's actually a total of 3 videos that they'll watch: movement, sound, and repeat, so that they're aware of how many videos they're supposed to watch. Then it tells them what project they're going to create. and I provide the rubric at the bottom of this web page. And it tells them what they should save their project file name as, and they will be saving and uploading these onto their Schoology course accounts. And this link here brings them to the Schoology website. And then I'm also going to have a link on here that tells them how to use Schoology throughout this unit. Lesson 5, again, it tells the student what they're going to learn. It has the video link here for their step 1, tells them how many videos they're going to watch, and then the lesson that they are going to, or the project that they are going to create. So now they're going to start actually building off of the project that they created from lesson 4. And then it tells them where to save it, and again posting it up through Schoology and reminding them to add some items to their KWL chart. The rubric is posted at the bottom. Lesson 6 tells them that they'll be learning how to change color and manipulate an event using their keys on their keyboard. And it's the same kind of format I've had for lesson 4 and 5, where they watch the video. The 2 videos are going to be color change effect and key event. Then that they'll be building off of their lesson 5 project and turning this assignment in through Schoology. And again, my rubric is posted underneath the project. Lesson 7, telling them that they'll be adding a backdrop and a sprite using the programming language. They're going to watch this video, which has a total of 2 videos, backdrop and adding a sprite. They'll build off their Scratch project from lesson 6, and they'll upload it onto the lesson 7 Schoology folder, and the rubric is posted below. The last lesson is telling the students again what they're going to do here, what they're going to learn, how to add sound, change costumes, and animate their sprite. The video is available here. There's a total of 3 videos adding sound, changing costumes, and putting it together. It tells them that they'll build off of their lesson 7 project and then upload their file onto our Schoology course, with again the rubric posted below. Then I have the final project. The final project will be a scene that the students are going to create from the fractured fairy tale that they wrote in their language arts class. So they're going to have to pick an eventful moment from their fractured fairy tale and then create a scene, or some of them may be able to do kind of a short story, but the expectation is that at least to create a scene using Scratch programming language from their fractured fairy tales. I will have examples of ones that my students did in previous years for them to just kind of see and have an idea of what some of these projects can look like. Then tells them once they've decided what scene they're going to do that they should open a new Scratch project and start creating. The rubric is listed here at the bottom and available for the students to view. So that is the tour, I guess, of my website. I'm really excited to start implementing this unit into my 4th grade technology class and continue to develop this website to be utilized with my other units in my technology classes that I teach K through 6th grade. So, thanks for watching.